Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's exciting. I've got Amanda here on her own channel talking to us about what it is that this COVID-19 opportunity presents to us and how things could potentially be used to our advantage. She has an interesting angle here for you today, which I thought those of you who are still questioning and wondering and doubtful and cynical about this kind of work, Amanda has got some thoughts for us on that, and I'm excited to hear what she has to say. So Amanda, over to you in the Western Cape on a beautiful sunny day.
26 degrees, thank you. So I say, well, how's your life going for you so far? Are you really happy? Are you? And they go, no. I say, well, maybe you should give something else a try then. Because if you're standing there banging your head against a brick wall, you're not happy, you haven't got what you want, you're not living your best life, what have you got to lose? That old cuck that you need to leave behind. So the point about this is, for all those people who say, but I can't see it or touch it or feel it, and they want scientific proof, there is a lot of scientific proof out there about energy, because we're all made of energy. There's even a thing called the God particle, if you'd like to look it up. And great physicists will tell you about that. I'm not going to. But whatever you want to call this energy, we work with a benevolent energy, and we can either harness that, or we can sit with a negative energy and stew in our own juices. It's that easy. So the process of getting onto this path is to open your mind. It really is like a parachute. It's going to save your life if you have it open. Closed-minded people, narrow-minded, it's always been this way, it's going to be this way, sorry. As you can see, we're now in lockdown, which nobody was expecting. It's trying to stop us being unified, and yet it's backfiring, because here we are all talking to each other and all still loving each other. So instead of buying into the fear, the point is, aren't you worth trying something new for? Because if you want to feel the same every day and feel despair and fear, keep doing the same thing. But if you want to wake up in the morning and not go and turn the news on, but actually go, now hold on a minute, this has come to my mind, let me check on that. Let me look at this person I admire. Let me find a spiritual site to go and look at. Let me have new questions answered, or be given some new answers, put it that way, instead of the old answers that they keep trumping out all the time.
Yeah, I think that's great. I remember reading an Einstein quote around the problem that you've created. The brain that created the problem can't be the same brain that fixes the problem. So if you've got frustration or negativity in your space, or you just want to change, then you have to look outside yourself and see if you can get new knowledge that you can create new patterns and mental models. And what better than to go somewhere that you trust, that will give you information that you've never thought of before, that isn't from the world.
And even if you don't trust me yet, you will by the end of it, hopefully. And it's worked for me. I'm still sitting here, 40 years later, having not worked for a company since 1985. I'm still making a living. I'm doing very well, thank you, very happily. And we haven't even got into the new way that the world is going to work yet. So that's going to be mind-blowing for a lot of people. But because I've done so much work on this, I promise you it is the doorway to a different way of approaching things and being able to tune in to your literally God-given gifts that you've been ignoring. It's like having a GPS system, but never using it. If we imagine our mind is that computer and what we put into it becomes the printout of our life, then hey, let's download another program. Let's plug into a different server. Any of the analogies you want. We are that computer. And we've been run on a really old, crappy DOS system for a long time. And now we're being upgraded. So with that in mind, we can open ourselves up to, okay, how's this new upgrade going to work? It's like when somebody changes their phone. They go, oh no, I can't believe I've got to learn all this again. Or I've got to put all my numbers in. Once they've got that phone working, they're going, God, I love this new phone. So we need to find that excitement about loving our new life, because that's what we're going to have.
Okay, so let's say that I'm a little frustrated and I'm in the mood for something different, but I don't know what the first step is, and I need the first step to convince me that I'm on the right track. What happens?
One of the first steps is just to really quieten your mind. People have to be engaged. They want the TV running, music, they want something. If you can just sit for a moment and start thinking. Best place to do that is in nature. If you can go and sit in the garden or stand barefoot on the grass, you ground yourself. It's called grounding, and it's when we connect with the energies of the earth, and they're very powerful. And then if you can start saying to yourself, because most people will blame everybody else around them other than themselves for where they find themselves. And I think if you are prepared to take responsibility for your life, that is your first step on a new path. Take responsibility for the decisions that you made, the way you treated people, those type of thoughts. Start having those type of thoughts. Don't beat yourself up, but I think be honest with yourself. Is there a different way? Are you snapping at people? Are you angry all the time? Is that because you're so frustrated with your life? So these are the questions, the big grown up, put your big girl knickers on. It's those type of questions that you need to ask yourself. Yeah. It's all part of being a grown up and saying, okay, what did I do to find myself here? Not, oh, the government this, because we know the government's like that. We know that. It's not helping you at the moment. The only person who's going to help you at the moment is you and what you're putting into this computer, and how that's going to become the printout of your life. So that's what I want you to do.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, Amanda. I'm loving it. I think this has been a powerful episode. Thank you. I look forward to hearing more about the practical things that we can do. I want to understand more about fear. I want to know how I can deal with it, and I'm sure everybody else does too. So that's enough for today. Please click the subscribe button down, and like us, and give your comments and questions to Amanda, and we'll look forward to responding to them.